Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this bonus edition of a Raw review tonight. This was not planned. I contacted Jeff Lane on the phone earlier in the evening to see if he was up for this. Jeff said he was. We've not discussed anything pertaining to the show. We've not smartened each other up about what the other is going to say, but we thought we'd put this out there as a, just as a bonus for tonight's Raw. And Jeff, a couple of things I want to say. I want to say three things off the top. Okay?
Three things. Let's hear them.
First
you need
of all,
to write these down?
Yes. First of all, I want you to write down August 4th, 2015. No, I'm sorry, August 24th, 2015. Okay? Because I don't want to hear another person about me burying the WWE and complaining about the WWE and saying the WWE sucks because I'm bitter that I'm not working there. So I want you to write down the date of a positive Raw review, me going out of my way to do a special show because there were so many positive things about tonight's Raw. So I want you to always have that date handy when people start with their freaking BS. Okay?
Got it. 8/24/15 positive Raw review. Maybe I'll make a sign. I'll hang it up somewhere in my house.
Yeah, I swear to God, I honestly, if I had a Raw shirt or a Raw hat or a Raw foam finger, I'd be waving it tonight. I'll be honest with you. There's some flaws. We're going to talk about that. But overall, listen, here's number two.
Okay.
I am totally now taking credit for Stephanie McMahon's wardrobe and also her hair and makeup now. And I know she listened to this show and somebody smartened her up because about a month ago she went out there wearing an old lady dress that looked like a carpet. I said something about it. Ever since then, she's worn black every week.
That's nice, though. I mean, they never take our creative advice. So if they want to take our fashion advice, I'll take that. You know what I mean? Okay. Last week, I put over the straight hair huge. What did she have tonight? Straight hair.
Straight hair. So I want to definitely take credit for Stephanie McMahon's appearance. Number three. This is why the internet wrestling community sucks. And this is why we don't do what they do. It's that simple. This is why we're not marks. This is why Jeff Lane and Vince Russo are entertainers. That's why we do. Because today was your prime example of why the internet wrestling community sucks and how it harms the wrestling business. Okay? Because all day today, bro, I had to read where Sting was located. Okay, all day long, I had to read, okay, Sting's in Brooklyn. Okay, we get it. Sting's going to be on the show. We get it. You talk about totally ruining that last moment when they were clearly painting the picture. Cena was in the box. They took, and done very well. Took Cena away. Everything Rollins was saying, they were painting the Cena. The picture that Cena was in the box. They did a great job. But because of the internet, we knew Sting was in Brooklyn. So we knew Sting was in the box. That's why the internet wrestling community can kiss my backside. If anybody's killed the wrestling business, bro, it's been the internet wrestling community. Because the impact that would have had if we weren't getting, Sting's itinerary every 15 minutes today, it would have been absolutely tremendous.
Before we start, and I never do this, can I have the floor for a minute?
It's all yours, bro.
All right, because you
want me to leave?
No, you don't need to leave. But
okay.
Like you, I was very happy with this show. But there's one thing that really pissed me off, and I want to get it out of the way now so it doesn't interfere with the good review that I want to give the show. Okay? If you are in Brooklyn, New York, and you were at that show tonight, and you participated in what went down during the girls' match, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. You're a bunch of a-holes. This is why the Nets will always be the number 2 basketball team in New York, no matter how bad the Knicks play. You're chanting CM Punk. You're doing the wave. And what really made me mad is the WWE's putting this over. Like, the announcers are putting it over. This crowd's so great. They're doing the wave. They're chanting, "We are awesome." No, you're pieces of shit. You do not do that to these girls that are trying. I mean, reset.
Wait a minute, Jeff. I got to jump in here. Bro, because I wanna make sure we're on the same page.
I should have wrote this promo out.
But Jeff, I got to tell you something. This is why I'm jumping in here. Bro, what I kept hearing them chant was, "We want Sasha." That's what I was hearing.
During the Miz thing, yes. Did you watch the match?
I fast forwarded through the match.
Okay, during the match.
All right, thank you. Okay,
yes.
Jeff. Okay.
Yes, during the match, they started chanting CM Punk because that makes a lot of sense, right? We're going to chant for CM Punk during this match. And then they start doing the wave, okay, around the entire arena. So then WWE zooms out to show it, and Michael Cole's like, "Oh, these fans are awesome. They're crazy." You do the wave when you're bored, okay? And then they started chanting, "We are awesome. We are awesome." Okay, Paige already tweeted a tweet about that.
Yeah,
it's so disrespectful. You guys call yourself wrestling fans for this. Real fans, no matter how bad the creative is, you don't disrespect the talent in the ring busting their butts. That's something you and me never do, Vince. If the creative sucks, we never disrespect the talent. I can't stand wrestling fans like that.
Hey Jeff, how many times have you gone to a Yankee game at Yankee Stadium and the fans start chanting in unison, "We are awesome," bro?
I know,
what a bunch of idiots, bro.
Yeah,
and listen, I was born in Brooklyn, but I mean, what a bunch of marks. I mean, what a bunch of total freaking idiots, bro. With all due respect.
I don't know. That just irritated me, especially because the girls have worked so hard to do this Divas Revolution thing. So many fans have been behind it. They're getting the spotlight they asked for, that the fans asked for. We got a nice 6-man tag, which I thought was a good match. And then these idiots ruin it like that. Let me see if I can find Paige's tweet.
Was she hot?
You helped us create change, and then you did your best to disrespect. Nice job.
Good for her, man. Good for her. Yeah, bro. They got to stop. These idiots have. And you know what else pisses me off, bro? I swear to God. Can I tell you something, bro? At this point, if I'm Roman Reigns, I'm getting out of the ring and I'm just starting to punch people in the crowd in the face. Yeah. One by one, I'm just going through every guy and literally punching people in the face. How does this guy deserve this? I have never seen Roman Reigns work at even 95% speed. I've never seen him not in that ring, not give 100%. How the heck did this guy... How did this heat come to Roman Reigns? I swear to God, bro, if I were him, I'd start laying people out. I really would. You want to talk about disrespect? What has this guy done to any wrestling fan?
Yeah, totally agree. It's all about it's still the aftermath of them all being whiny and babies about the Daniel Bryan Royal Rumble thing. It's just ridiculous. They're so spoiled. They're like children, brats. I wrote a blog today about one guy on YouTube that it was stupid, but they're just like children. They're like children.
The guy gets tagged in, and he gets the hot tag, and they're booing him. It's like,
this is another thing. This is how stupid they were, and I was going to wait till we got there. But while we're on the subject of the crowd, to get it done, we don't have to discuss them the rest of the night. But during Ric Flair's promo, okay, this is how stupid they are. Flair says he was pulling for Cena, and then they start booing. So Flair tells them off.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they cheer that. They cheer him telling them off. And then he says that he respects Cena, and they start booing again. Yeah. Like, you guys are idiots.
And, bro, and what about them giving the Jon Stewart the what?
Yeah, that was last night, wasn't it? Did they do it tonight too? I didn't notice. Yeah,
too, bro. And I'm like, guys, come on. You want to do that to the wrestlers that are used to that? I mean, come on, man. Yeah. They were giving them the what, bro? All right, let's talk about the show.
Yes, let's talk about the show. No more crowd.
But, because I don't want to disrespect like I said, people listen. Vince Russo killed WCW. No, bro. The internet wrestling community killed the wrestling business, continued to kill the wrestling business. I would have loved to not even have Sting in my mind at the end of that show. But the fact that he's flying in at 3:15, he's taking a piss at 3:30, at 3:15, somebody's driving him to the arena. When he gets to the arena, he's going to go to catering. After catering, he's going to sit on the toilet and take a big dump. It was freaking ridiculous, bro. They're chill. Listen, Jeff. These are grown men doing this. Do you understand this? These are guys my freaking age that think they got a hot scoop because Sting's in New York. Grow the F up. Mike, I swear, I really want to say the F word, but I can't. Grow the F up.
Yeah, you're right, though. I still enjoyed it, knowing it was probably Sting from the buzz. But, if that was a complete, total surprise, it would have been so much better.
Let's talk about this show. Because especially, Jeff, listen, the first hour, they need to put in a bottle. They need to watch. You know how, like, the football teams, they watch tapes Monday morning? I swear to God, they should get the creative team tomorrow and play this tape. At least the first hour. Because they lost a little bit the last couple hours, but it doesn't matter. Okay, the opening promo with Paul Heyman. Bro, listen. Paul tried to do as the best thing that he could to explain the story, that the timekeeper rang the bell because he thought he was going to break Undertaker's arm. That's so far-fetched, bro. But again, Paul Heyman didn't write the story. Paul Heyman's trying to make the sense out of it the best that he can. And quite frankly, bro, he did the absolute best that he can. I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Again, bro, I got to compare this to the Attitude Era. Okay, listen, bro, maybe Taker's hurt. I don't know. Maybe he's really hurt, whatever the case may be. But if Taker's healthy, I feel there was a huge missed opportunity here, and I'll tell you why. Bro, you could agree with me on this. They blatantly took advantage of the fact that they were in Brooklyn at the Barclay Center. You know, they were treating it like it was Madison Square Garden in New York City. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, with that being said, Jeff, if I'm writing this, okay, first of all, bro, he cuts the promo. Lesnar wants to eat somebody. Bo Dallas comes out, and it's like, oh, my God. Yeah, you know, I mean, like, of all people, Bo Dallas comes out, and then he just goes to kill Dallas. He kept sending him back. That was a nice little touch. But, bro, obviously, the way this story is going, Taker's the heel. We're trying to put the heat on the Undertaker, obviously. Okay? Bro, can you imagine? This is what would have happened during the Attitude Era, because if I'm sitting at the table, I'm saying, there's no way you're sending Bo Dallas out there. Are you freaking kidding me? I don't care what he does to him. I don't care if he performs open heart surgery on him. It's Bo Dallas, okay? Bro, can you imagine Taker comes out, right? Lesnar meets him. Lesnar starts kicking his backside, okay? All of a sudden, Taker low blows him again, okay? Bro, can you imagine Taker, dragging Lesnar to the corner, handcuffing him to the ropes? Can you imagine now in Brooklyn, Taker killing Paul Heyman? In front of the people, in front of Brock, killing Paul Heyman. He walks into the darkness. Finally, when he's out of sight, Lesnar breaks the handcuffs. The damage is already done. But my God, bro, if you want to get heat on the Undertaker, Paul Heyman in New York, killing him. Now, like I said, bro, maybe Taker's hurt. I don't know where they're going with story or any of that, but obviously it's a priority. We want to get heat on Taker. There is nothing else they could have done other than kill Paul Heyman in New York City to get the kind of heat that they're looking for.
Especially because however many weeks that Paul Heyman was calling Undertaker a bitch and a little bitch and all that, and Undertaker just took it and never did anything to him. So, yeah. I wonder, I don't know if you saw the video, Undertaker collapsed going backstage. I thought that he was just selling the match when I saw the video.
I did too, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, because, bro, listen, again, I'm going to go back to the Attitude Era and Russo and Ferrara writing. There's no way Taker's not on the show. I mean, there's just no way. There's just, like I said, bro, it was an excellent show. We're going to talk about it. We're going to put it over. But unless he can't get out of bed, there's no way he's not on the show. So from there, bro, we went to the tag match. The one thing I liked about this off the bat that I couldn't believe was they kept it very short. So I was able to watch the tag match. But then, bro, I was so happy for my boys. You know, when I saw Bubba and Devon and bro, knowing how much they've wanted one last run. And I'll be honest with you, bro, I don't think Bubba thought it was ever going to happen. I didn't think it was ever going to be happen. I've been very critical of Triple H, you know, bringing in guys that might challenge him and might speak up. I've been very critical, but between Mick Foley last night and Bubba and Devon tonight, I owe Triple H an apology because I never expected either of those things to happen. I was ecstatic when those guys came out, and somebody, bro, tweeted the greatest tweet. I don't know if you saw it on my gimmick. I still don't know how that works. But somebody tweeted out when they came out, that's what a pop sounds like.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that, but that's a great point.
Exactly, bro. These people that write to me, oh, did you hear the Kevin Owens pop? Did you hear the who's the guy with the big ears and it flies off the top? Neville. Did you hear the Neville pop? No, bro. That is a pop. That is what they know nothing about. When those guys came out, of course, bro, it's their hometown. It's Brooklyn. They're both from the area. They trained at Rodgers School. But I was ecstatic for both of these guys.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was spoiled or not. If so, I missed it. So to me, that was a surprise. I didn't know. It was a
surprise. Yeah.
So I thought that was great.
And Jeff, I would have to think by the way they played it out, I don't think it's a one and done. Well, they're going to be. They advertised they were going to be on SmackDown, you know, Thursday. So I would hope they get at least a 3-month run out of it. You know.
Yeah. I'm starting to really love the New Day. The trombone, I just thought that was excellent. He's playing the trombone during the match, dude.
Yep. I thought that was fine, bro. It's entertainment. It's different. I never seen somebody bring a trombone down to the ring before. So I was all about that. I thought that was done very, very well.
But I'm getting the impression that these three are doing this all themselves. They are getting themselves over on their own because it's all the antics that really have nothing to do with the storyline.
Right.
It's just what they're doing themselves. And I think that's what some of the other talent, you know, can learn from that.
Right. Now, from there, bro, we went to the Bray Wyatt surprise, which I was thrilled to death to see, bro. And, bro, listen, you know, the WWE now can come back and say, well, that's why we've been beating Bray Wyatt because he had to bring in a new family member. But listen, I get it and I understand, but I'm sorry. I'm just not killing a character like Bray Wyatt like that. I'm just not doing it. But you know, the fact the lights went out, there's a new guy there, very impressive. He knows sold. He killed the two baby faces. Very good, bro. The first hour of this show, I'm all in. I was all in with everything. I put it over. I made it clear on Twitter. Now do you understand why I pop my cork when Raw sucks? Because there's no reason that it can't be like this every week. There's no reason in the world. And then, of course, you know, the Nimrods, you can't have surprises every week and you can't have newcomers every week. No, bro, but you could have good writing every week. Okay? There's no excuse for not having good writing. So, like, bro, 1:15 into this thing, I'm all in. I'm all in.
Yeah, and I like the way they introduced this guy because he's pretty much an unknown. I believe he was in NXT. But it kind of reminds me of like when Christian debuted with the Brood. Like he came in, nobody knew who he was, but he made a meaningful first appearance. He didn't just come out and wrestle. You know, he didn't just accompany somebody to the ring. He made a big deal. He kicked the crap out of Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose by himself, and he made a big impression. So I liked how they did that. I thought that was effective introduction for a guy that nobody knew who he was.
Yeah, and I would love to see them, bro, bring Rowan back. I'd love to see them bring in a Sister Abigail. Let's complete this family and let's make them a freaking force. Let's get them up the card. Let's give them a force. Because if all of a sudden now, bro, this guy just starts wrestling like Harper and Rowan and whatnot, Ay, 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 ay. Please, please, follow this up the right way,
Yep.
What was next, bro? The girls?
The Miz TV, yes. And then the match. I tell you what, man, I'm not liking Becky's new makeup. She did something different with the makeup, man.
Bro, I got to tell you something. I know how you are with this Becky. I ain't seeing it. I ain't seeing it, bro. I just ain't seeing it, Jeff.
The new makeup I don't like. She needs to go back to the old makeup.
Jeff, I got to say this about the girls. Okay, bro? And I was the one that said, give them the mic, give them the mic, give them the mic, give them the mic. I still abide by that. But let me say two things here. First of all, they're not very good on the mic. None of them. Paige is not good on the mic. They're not good on the mic. Bro, when a producer knows they're not good on the mic, there are two things you have to do. Two things. Number one, you should not put them out in front of a live crowd until they're ready, especially in Brooklyn. And number two, bro, when they're not good on the mic, instead of putting them out there live, you do stuff with them behind the scenes where you could produce it, you could do the takes over, you can really polish it and make it look good. Number two, if you got to put them out in front of the people, bro, less is more. Less is more. Give them as little to say as possible, because the more and more they say, the more they're going to expose themselves. So when I look at this segment, bro, I don't blame the girls. They're not good talkers. They're just not. I blame the people that are producing them and the people that are supposed to be writing for them and not letting them be exposed. Because, yeah, bro, it got awkward. And bro, then the other three come out. They're not the best talkers in the world. Somebody needs to work with these girls. Less is more right now. Do more of the pre-tapes in the back so you could retake them. But I don't think that in-ring helped them.
Yeah, I think if Miz was more involved, if he was kind of actually being the host like his gimmick should be, and he's directing back and forth, going from one girl to the next, and if he was leading them in the right direction, I think that would have helped. Because every time he jumped in, it seemed to pick up. You know what I mean? He said something funny or something stupid. I had written down that was bad dialogue, but I don't know. Maybe it was just the way they said it that made it sound bad to me.
Yeah.
But I liked the Miz in that. I thought he was funny. So we go to the match, but before we continue, before we forget, I just want to remind everybody tomorrow we are discussing the Raw episode from January 5th, 1998. One of the Attitude Era shows that you were the writer of. We're doing this every week now. We're going through the entire Attitude Era. So tomorrow, VIP members, you're going to get a show just like this, but we're discussing the entire episode from January 5, 1998, and we answer brand member questions.
Yeah, and obviously, Jeff, it's a more behind the scenes look because I wrote the shows. So right. We're looking at these shows from a fan perspective. I wrote those shows, so I'm looking at it from a much different perspective.
Right, that's a great point, and we get a lot of stories from you about what was going into how the show came to be. So I love doing that show. I know the brand loves it. So if you haven't checked it out, give us a shot tomorrow. I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, in this match, I know you didn't watch it, but Nikki Bella needs to do the half Boston Crab every single match.
Yeah.
The camera guy, thank you for this shot. Right behind her, booty sticking out like perfect. That needs to be in her.
I gotta go back and look at that now. I did see my girl Alicia go over though.
Yes. So Team Bella goes over, which is nice because I feel like the baby faces have been winning every single time in this. So.
Yeah.
What'd you think about this Barrett and Stardust thing? It was different. I'll give them that.
Talk to me about this because I really didn't. I really didn't kind of watch this. I saw Neville come out at the end, and I saw Stardust Powder. What exactly happened?
Yeah, I had to rewind it because I didn't understand what was going on. But they were started to announce. The 49-year-old Lillian Garcia started to announce that, and I still can't believe she's 49. That it's a tag team match. So Barrett's in the ring. Stardust comes out to be his partner. So it's supposed to be a tag team match. They never said who they were wrestling against. So before the next team comes out, Stardust attacks Barrett from behind and destroyed him. And then Neville came out and whooped on Stardust, and then that was it. So there was no match, and I have no idea who they were supposed to.
I don't know if I would have done that the same exact night that Owens and Rusev, laid out Big Show. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have done both those things. And I mean, bro, they were 30 minutes apart, if best. Okay, so Stardust attacked Barrett. So where'd Barrett go?
He sold it and he was gone. You didn't see him again.
Okay, and then Neville came out. He got on him before he could hit him with the splash. He pouted.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he hit it. I don't remember. He may have hit it, but Stardust powdered anyway. I don't remember.
All right, I didn't see that. Okay.
So then we go to the Jon Stewart gimmick. What'd you think of that?
Bro, you know what's bothering me, first of all, about this? Bro, listen, I understand Jon Stewart must be a huge wrestling fan. I understand that. Bro, I don't think wrestling fans watch The Daily Show. The Daily Show is a very highbrow comedy, news, political show. Very highbrow. I don't watch that. I don't think wrestling fans watch that show. So I have trouble with the Stewart thing because I don't think he's a great fit. I mean, like I said, bro, obviously he's a fan. Obviously he loves what he's doing. He knows his wrestling history. I don't think it's a good fit. But I listen.
Don't you think, though, that he's over with the masses? Like, don't you think he's a good catch to bring in people that don't normally watch? Because that's why that's why I liked it. Because as far as not for the wrestling fans, but for people to come check out the show that don't.
That's a good point, bro. But I even think he's at a higher level than that. I mean, that's just my opinion. Again, bro, it was kind of a reach why he did what he did, kind of like why the timekeeper rang the bell. They did their best to try to tell the story. Flair came out. That was great. And I love seeing nailing him. I did. I thought that was great. That, again, bro, I always talk about protecting the characters. That's what Cena would have done. This guy cost him his belt. This guy cost him the heavyweight title. That's what he would have done. So I thought that was well done. Yeah,
me too, because the way a lot of times Cena kind of takes the too much of a good guy approach and bails out of things like that. So, yeah, I thought that was awesome that he laid out Stewart. And I thought Stewart sold it well. The blank stare into space like he was completely knocked out.
Yep.
I thought that was really good. So I did like this because after that they went backstage and talked to Cena, and he talked about how he's going to talk to Rollins later in the show. So we got kind of a continuing story. So, sometimes I've said this before in the past, but I really would believe it tonight. It seems like somebody new just wrote the show, like that hasn't been involved before. And it's like they said, they're trying to explain the best they can, trying to fix everything that happened last night that didn't make sense.
Yeah, well, bro, I could tell you this. This was a far cry from NXT. I could tell you that. There was an attempt of bringing people back, surprises, telling stories. There was definitely an attempt at that. I mean, that's why, like, as I'm watching this, like, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, oh, man, hopefully Vince put his foot down. Hopefully Vince said, enough's enough. I don't know. But this was to me, this was definitely more of a Vince McMahon show than it was a Triple H show, bro.
Yeah. 8-man tag. I just didn't. It didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, no, that was filler, bro. And and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this show when so many other things were good. That's I'm not going to complain. I mean, I didn't care. I didn't care who went over. They did the little deal at the end with Owens and Rusev turning on him, and then the baby faces came back and picked the bones, which was different. You don't really see that. That's not a baby face thing to do. So I didn't have a problem with that either.
Then we get the introduction of the new guy, Braun Strowman, I believe they said his name was, that he's Abigail's black sheep. So the fact that he's wearing a black sheep mask, and Rowan wears the white one, you figure Rowan's got to tie into this somehow when he comes back from his injury.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so, bro.
So then Stephanie and Triple H have security escort Cena out so he doesn't ruin the Rollins ceremony. For me, I thought this is kind of too good to Cena. Like, why is he letting these two jabronis that aren't police officers, they're just security, like, escort him away? Like, yeah. I don't know. I would have liked to see him at least try to fight, and then maybe Triple H comes in and hits him and knocks him down, and then the guys take him out or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I like that we got a story going here. We got threads.
I'm good with it. Again, bro, I agree with you. They could have done more. They could have got Triple H physically involved. I mean, they definitely. But I'll take what they gave us tonight.
So, and then we closed the show. What'd you think of the last segment there?
There were two things. There were a couple things. First of all, the internet wrestling community ruined it for everybody. A bunch of freaking Mickey marks. Okay, two things, bro. First of all, bro, just so you know, I don't want to name drop, but Sting and I did email each other today.
Nice. So did you get the itinerary as well? I
did not get. No. Okay. I basically blindly sent him an email. I don't know, maybe on Friday, because I was thinking of him and I hadn't spoken to him in a while. And then I saw he was at a Comic-Con or something, so I figured I probably won't hear from him till, after the weekend. And then he answered me back today. Two things, bro, really stick out to me. Number one, bro, I'd love to know how his makeup got messed up.
He had to have been sweating in there, dude. He had to have been sweating in that box. It's the only thing I can think of. Like, because how long do you think he was actually in there? Because they had to wheel him out on the forklift. They had to raise him in the ring. And he's behind this black curtain with the lights coming down. The only thing I can think of is he was sweating like crazy inside that thing.
But that was a shame, too. You know what I mean, bro? Because it looked like he had just worked the match. Okay, that's number one. That's a little point. I was curious. I'd love to see the backstory on that. Bro, but he listen. This may be the biggest flaw in the whole night. Okay, bro. Okay, them doing that. Bro, what sense did it make beating Sting at WrestleMania? Like, did that make, like, other than to get Triple H over and, yay, we got another victory over WCW, whatever it was, like people don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so now here's Sting the vigilante. Well, the last time he tried to be a vigilante, he failed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, people are not going to forget that, bro. It wasn't that long ago. I mean, if the game plan was to use Sting in this type of a role, they should have kept him clean, man. They should have kept him clean throughout all this. Then when he shows up, something's going to happen. He shows up here tonight, and what we're thinking of is, oh, my God, it's Sting. We're happy to see him. But 5 seconds later, it's, well, he lost to Triple H at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, it's like, why did they do that?
Exactly, and I think we all know the reasons why, just the WCW thing, I'm sure.
Oh, my God,
bro. Could you imagine, though, like, say Sting wins that match, but then Triple H gets his heat back, completely injures him, and that's why Sting's been out of action that long, and now this is his return from the injury, and then it's kind of like, then imagine the reaction of Triple H. He put this guy out, now he's coming back.
Bro, I'm sure what happens is they're sitting around and somebody comes up with the idea, okay, we're in Brooklyn. We got to pull out all the big guns. Let's pull out Sting. Here's an idea. We're going to give Rollins a statue, and when we go to reveal it, Sting's going to be there at the end of the show. That's how the conversation goes. But it's like, but you just beat Sting at WrestleMania, March, April, May, June, 4 months ago, bro. So, hey, Sting, but then the vigilante, and Michael Cole, the vigilante. Well, he was the vigilante last time, and he lost. Bro, they got to think about that stuff beforehand. I mean, bro, they could have had a finish at WrestleMania where freaking, they had the DX thing and they had the NWO thing, and bro, Triple H is holding Sting for Shawn Michaels to super kick him. Sting ducks. Michaels super kicks Hunter by accident. Sting covers him 1, 2, 3, gets out of. I mean, something that simple. But like, if you knew we're going to use the guy in these kind of special spots, you can't beat him, bro.
What? You have to have a thought on this. They sang the happy birthday to Vince. Okay, I don't have an issue with that. I thought it was kind of funny.
I didn't see that. When was this?
Right when Stephanie and Triple H hit the ring in the last segment, before Rollins came out, before Triple H's big.
Oh, is that what was going on?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't stop there, but so talk to me.
Okay, so they're saying happy birthday to Vince, and they put over that they're going to get in trouble, and that Vince is probably pissed off right now backstage that they're doing this, and they want him to come out here, but they know he's not going to come out, so they sing happy birthday. The crowd sings right when they finish, okay? The announcers have been silent this whole time. JBL goes, "We love you!" into the microphone. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, why is he even saying anything? Like, it was so bad and so, oh man, why? But I liked it. And Triple, they kind of, broke character for a minute, but I didn't have an issue with that here because it's for their father. You know what I mean? But Triple H is like, he's so pissed off back there right now.
I got to go back and watch that. I saw something was going on, but I didn't know that was it, or else I would have watched it. So.
Yeah, I think it's worth it to hear JBL's line. I was just like, you got to be kidding me right now.
Yeah.
But I guess they announced they did a thing on the network after Raw. I didn't watch it, but somebody tweeted that they've already made the match Sting and Rollins for the title at the next pay-per-view.
Oh, did they? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so they made that Night of Champions. I can't find it, but yeah, somebody was saying that they made that.
So what are they going to do? They're going to beat Sting again, and then 3 months bring him back as a vigilante again? I mean, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's like I don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm. I don't know. Do you think? Do you think they might put Sting over, give him the belt? I mean, that would be something I think that would bring back at least wrestling fans that don't watch anymore.
Bro, listen. Here's the problem, bro. Do you know combined? Okay, Sting and Taker, bro. They're 106 years old.
Yeah,
like that's the problem, bro. That's the problem. I love Sting. I consider Sting a friend, bro. A 56-year-old man should not be beating Seth Rollins. You know what I'm saying? A 50-year-old Undertaker should not be beating Brock Lesnar. You know, I mean, see, that's why I have the problem with the matches. You know what I'm saying, bro? You want to bring these guys back. You want to put Sting in the role of a vigilante. You want to bring Taker back as the dead man to do something. I just have an issue with these matches, bro, because, listen, man, these guys have passed their prime, and it would not be believable for a 56-year-old man, to beat a guy almost 30 years younger than him.
Well, let me ask you this. Yes, straight up, I agree with that. A clean finish. Would you be okay with it if somebody else interfered and screwed Rollins out of the title and Sting won it that way, so he didn't beat him clean? You know what I mean? So he didn't get a one-on-one victory. If it was a screw job finish, Sting wins the title. What do you think about doing that? Well,
bro, I guess I would just be so shocked if they did that.
Right.
That, I can't even comprehend that, that thought would even go through anybody's mind. The fact that he's a WCW guy, the fact that they love Rollins, the fact that, Sting's 56 years old, unless, bro, they do it for a month so it gets them to survive a series and there's a rematch or something like that. Who knows? But I can't see them doing that. And then, again, bro, that's just another thing. It's like, okay, Hunter beats Sting. So Sting shows up in a box and now he's got a title shot. You got to give me more than that. You just got to give me more. You know what I mean?
So was Sting automatically over because he came out of a box?
Yeah, there you go, bro. He was automatically over. He came over. But listen, I want everybody to take down this date. But here's the important thing, Jeff. They got to follow this up, bro. When we go back and we look at the Attitude shows like we're going to look at tomorrow, we see how many stories we've got going on. There are 5 or 6 stories you're interested. All right, they got a couple of things here now that we're interested in. They got to keep it up, though, bro. They have to. They have to keep it up. They can't. It can't be, oh, it's the show after the Survivor Series, and we're at the Barclay Center. We're going to blow the roof off of this place, but next week we're going to be in Idaho, and we're going to have 30-minute matches. You know, I mean, they've got to keep it up, bro. Consistency is so important, because here's what's going to happen, bro. Hopefully they'll pop a little bit of a number tomorrow night. Okay. And then because Sting showed up, you know they're going to do a number next week. Here's the key, bro. When they have those extra eyeballs and those extra viewers, they have to keep them.
Right.
It's so important to keep them. But if they tune in next week, God forbid, bro, they tune in next week to see what Sting does, and Sting isn't on the show. You know what I'm saying, bro? Just like today, you know, a lot of people tuned in tonight to see Taker and Lesnar. You know they did. And they did it again, bro. The first segment is over. A lot of people might have went to bed. You know, Taker's not on the show. Brock's done for the night.
There was a lot more they could have done with this.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want to nitpick, because I will take a Raw like this every single week.
I will too, bro. I agree with you. Jeff.
Let me ask you this for my own curiosity, because we did the SummerSlam show last night, and you said, we're done with this. You weren't watching Raw anymore. You didn't watch Raw, and then you watched Raw. So what was why did you decide to watch it tonight? Just curious.
The truth of the matter, bro, is I'll be absolutely honest with you. First of all, the Giants are not playing today. So, like, they would have been on 6 o'clock here, around that time here. They were not playing today. Literally, bro, it was 6 o'clock, and I DVR Raw. Okay, so in case you tell me, Vince, you got to go back and see this, or I DVR. So it's 6 o'clock. I see my red light on, and I see record. I go to my channel listings. There was nothing jumping out at me. So I'm like, you know what? Let me see the beginning of Raw. Let me see how they cover Taker and Lesnar. Okay, and, you know, here comes Brock. But, bro, see, here's the thing. Bro. So I said, let me put on the beginning of the Raw. Let me watch this. There's nothing else better on. Let me see how they cover this. Bro, they kept me for the first hour and 15 minutes. You see what I'm saying? That's doing their job, because I'm tuning in just to watch that segment, but now I'm hanging around to see. That's the writers doing their job. And they have to, bro, but like I said, they got to be consistent with it every single week.
Right.
But hey, listen, bro, I got to be honest with you. Listen, they came off money-wise, business-wise, a huge successful weekend. You know, bro, everybody, you know, all the NXT people in Brooklyn, you know, got their fill on NXT. I didn't see anybody complain about that show. You know, bro, lousy finish last night to the main event. Nobody can nobody can build a case for that finish. Nobody. You just got to be such a total WWE mark to make that finish okay in your mind. So that was lousy, but they made up for it today. But like I said, bro, at the end of the day, selling out that building, you know, 3 nights in a row, bro. And here's the funny thing. I don't know if you caught this or not. Remember, we were getting the tweets, 13,000 tickets sold out. Did you hear what Michael Cole said at the top of the show?
Is it 16,000?
15,000 and change.
Yeah, I knew it jumped. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, bro. So now tell me, they had to kill 2,500 seats for the massive NXT stage the first night. You know what I mean, bro? Come on. But regardless, they had a successful weekend. They walked away from these 3 days on the right track. But Jeff, we've seen this before. You and I have seen this before. We've seen good Raws before. And then the next week, when it goes right back to where it was, now it really brings you down more levels, because you know why? You see what they have the potential to do. You see what they have the potential to do if they think it through and they want to do it. Like I said, bro, they were in Brooklyn. It's a big deal. We're going to pull out all the big guns. But, okay, you know, next week we're in Akron, Ohio. Okay, we're going to have Rusev and Lana, you know, for 45 minutes. You know, so again, bro, I just hope they follow up. Listen, Jeff, it makes our job so much easier.
Yeah, I enjoy talking about this.
I do too, bro. I do too. I was excited that I could come on here and be positive. And let's face it, bro, with the brand, in the memberships and VinceRussoBrand.com and iHeartRadio, bro, the better wrestling is, the better it is for us. So of course that excites me, bro. Bro, if Raw's good and I sit there and I put the talent over and I put the show over and everything, don't you think my chances are better of getting WWE talent, at least on the radio show? But again, the way I am and the way you are, we can't sit here and say something we don't think is true. So when it's bad, we call it out and we say it's bad, but it's so much easier when we can talk about it.
Absolutely. Great improvement tonight. And I just hope it's the first step in a new direction. I really do.
Was Rudy out there tonight?
No, I didn't see him, which was strange because he was on last night's show.
Oh, he was on last night's show. What did he have last night?
He did Cesaro and Kevin Owens last night.
Oh, okay.
So, I didn't see him tonight unless which I normally don't miss him at all because I'm always looking for him. But, I thought that was interesting because he was there last night.
Bro, you know what my big pop of the night was, though? My big pop of the day was today.
What's that?
When the big guy got on the scale.
Yeah.
And he saw the weight on the scale, bro.
I made sure that...
Bro, that was priceless.
Yeah, before we filmed, I made him, legit tell me if he knew his weight going in. He didn't know it. That was a legit surprise. He had no idea what his weight was.
Bro, the look on his face when he saw the scale was absolutely priceless, bro. Absolutely priceless.
Yep, and he's hit the gym every single day since, and we're going to be filming the interview for my next episode here within the next couple days, so I'm excited.
Yeah, good. Well, good for him, bro. He should, bro, I'm the same way, bro, at our age, you got to stay as healthy as you can, you know what I mean? All right, Jeff, so tomorrow, Raw, what was it good for? January 5th?
Yes.
1998.
Yes, and this is something we're doing every week now. I'm excited about that. Like I said earlier, it's a unique look at this because you get to tell stories that nobody's heard before. Going into the creative process, it's pretty much like for those that haven't checked it out yet, I'd compare it to a commentary on a DVD or a Blu-ray where the writer's talking about the movie and stuff. So. Very excited about that. And it's funny because there's one point in this show I had post-traumatic stress flashbacks and I tried to turn to Nitro, but I forgot where I was at the time. So I'm excited to talk about that tomorrow. And I know you'll agree with me. As well.
And also too, Jeff, I'm excited this week for the VIP members too, because the Lex interview is this week.
I've been looking forward to that one.
And it was great, bro. It was great. Listen, Lex and I did not always see eye to eye. Elizabeth hated me, dislocated my jaw. And, but, bro, it's so great to go back and talk to these guys like 10 years after the fact when there's no stress and no pressure. And, we look at some of the things we did and it's like, what the frig were we thinking? So it was really, really, really great, talking to Lex. So I think that is going up on, I believe that's going up on Wednesday.
Excellent. Looking forward to that one.
All right, well, Jeff, thanks for joining me tonight. Big thumbs up for Raw. Mark down the date, August 24th, 2015. We put Raw over. We put it over huge. I'm gonna write this date down and keep it on a piece of paper on my desk. So the next time anybody starts with the BS, I'm gonna roll up the piece of paper and shove it down your throat personally because they put in the effort. We put over the show, right, Jeff?
Absolutely.
All right, so listen, Brand, we will see you tomorrow when we look at the Attitude Era, January 5th, 1998. We hope, if you're not a subscriber to the Brand, we hope you'll check it out and see what we do, see some of the premium shows, and we really go into detail. I mean, this Raw show usually takes Jeff and myself an hour and a half. The Lex interview is, definitely over an hour and a half. It's probably going to be a two-parter. But, we put time into everything we do. So hopefully you'll give it you'll check it out. VinceRussoBrand.com on the Realm Network. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're going to go post this now, so hopefully you'll be able to hear it as soon as possible. Have a good night. Thanks a lot, Jeff.